All right, I think this is live. Should double check. Ah, this is using the wrong thumbnail. Let's just change that. All right, let's double check that everything works on the mobile app. I'll post it into the server, and then we can start. Copy this. All right. So, how is this going to work? First off, I think I'm going to need to real quickly just lower my desktop audio. This is one of my levels. I'm just doing this just to lower the volume of music. Just makes it easier for me to talk and makes it a lot easier for me to give feedback at the same time. So, I have about 140 levels that I have to judge. I'm gonna get through at most 30 tonight, just because it is 10 p.m. where I am, and most likely there's almost no chance I can get through 140 in probably an hour. Because I want to be thorough with my feedback, and I want to help you guys. I just feel like giving feedback is a good thing, and it shows why I'm really stuck on this rating, and doesn't feel like I'm being biased with what they're creating. So, I'm going to plug in the first level. This has 200 likes already, holy crap. Alright. The music is really covering the mic volume. Okay, we're going to just lower that. I swear I just lowered it. Okay, we're gonna do that. Let me know if that's better. Okay. I think it's better. I'm hoping. Okay. Okay, this is the first level. Alright, Night Walk by Real Sticks. I should make sure this said normal, but I'm still going to practice mode all of these just so I can play them thoroughly. Alright, I really like the atmosphere so far. Really like the trees and just the decoration overall. I'm genuinely curious to see what these coins do. Because, I'm hoping they at least have some functionality and, help you get the pre-built coin. I do wish there could be more gameplay already, because right now we're at 50% and I've only been, a robot and doing, the same jumps. So it feels a bit monotonous. But overall, the decoration's pretty nice. Just, yeah, feels a bit one note. Nice. I got the coin. Cool. Yeah, the atmosphere overall is pretty great. I just really wish that there was more in the level. I wish it wasn't just robot. I wish there was at least a different game mode, or at least some switch up in gameplay. Because even if it's supposed to be a one game mode level, There should be a little bit of variety, because it feels, yeah, very boring because of that. But overall, really great level. I actually, crazy how that's the first entry. I'm giving that a like. Decoration's great. I think it's like feature-worthy deco, my opinion, but yeah, gameplay feels a bit too one-sided. Right. I'm not going to exactly say my score out loud, as I feel like that's a bit of a bad idea. Why does it say I got 100%? Oh yeah, I did. Oh yeah, because I think I have a mod right now where if I get one attempt in practice mode, I think that just straight up counts as me beating the level. That's dope. I think that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Cool. Would be rate worthy if it changed and added more different stuff. I still think it's star rate, like barely. But I think that's just because decoration carries that. The decoration is really nice, but it for sure needs variation. Obviously, I don't personally have a say in the rating of a level since I am not a moderator. But still. I think this is the right one. Yeah, okay. Level 2. You've seen worse star rates? Yeah, fair. Alright. Okay, off the bat, I don't like the teleportal just being there. Kind of makes me concerned just because I prefer when the like title screen isn't as obstructed by like very minimal things. It's a very small nitpick because it's like a preference thing, but decoration overall is nicer. I way prefer this gameplay. I wish it could have a lot more detail. Nice. Let's go, John. Can't believe Win made it into this level. I do wish the decoration was a little less basic, because it could definitely use a lot more detail. And the hexagon like decoration isn't my personal favorite. I feel like it could be less saturated, just so it's more blending into the background. Okay, that particle. I don't know how to feel about those particles. They kind of feel a bit too busy. Don't tell me I'm gonna one attempt this again. Okay, that's probably on me, but I don't. Okay, at least there's. Okay, that's just on me. I'm not even gonna complain about that. That one's on me. This is pretty nice overall. I don't think it's exactly rate worthy. I'm gonna play it again without practice mode. But there's definitely a lot of like weird decoration quirks. I think this first part is great. This is by far my favorite part in this level. But even still, there's like not much air deco, and I feel like especially with modern, since it's very reliant on, you know, basic like details and that stuff, it could have just a little more to pop out. Like the part could stand out a lot more if it had slightly more detail. This part also feels a bit empty. I really like the Earth and moon art, but I don't know. I don't feel like the particles and then the blocks really fit that well. The gameplay's nice. I really do find the gameplay really fun. And I will say I'm going to be basing my scores more on gameplay rather than deco. but barely. I do think the deco definitely weighs this level a bit. Like, it makes this not as favorable to me. But overall, pretty nice level. That makes sense. Cool. I'm gonna put in my score for that. Cool. So for some reason the third entry doesn't exist anymore, so we're gonna go to the fourth. I genuinely want to know what happened there. To be fair, we had a bunch of spammers in the form, so I'm guessing that was a problem there. But we'll see. Oh, platformer level. This is gonna be fun. I don't think there's many. I don't think there's many platformers. We do have more entries, but did I say more? No. Hold on. I'm going back. Oh, fuck off. That's unfortunate. It's fine. It's fine. I believe one of the early entries was just a straight up random level. That's crazy. I'm not surprised though, because like I'm pretty sure there's like 5 moderators judging. I think it's 4. It's 4. It's 4 and then I somehow exist. Okay, this is fun. I don't play that many platformers, so I can't really judge gameplay as well as I should. So I'm going to probably be a bit more focused on decoration here, but from what I can tell, this is pretty fun. I do like the, like, rainbow gradients. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I think I'm just going to go up. But again, I feel like the blocks could be, like, designed more thoroughly. They're a bit empty, and they kind of clash with the pixel blocks a bit. Also, that checkpoint could have, like, some glow or something. It feels kind of basic with it just being there. Okay. That's a crazy timing to have to do here. I don't think I'm doing this right. I might be doing this correctly. That feels like a crazy difficulty spike compared to the first part. Or just compared to everything so far. Because the rest of this seems very chill. Oh, the portals are multi-activate. You can tell how little I've played platformers just by playing this. Oh, there's a coin. I have to go for it. Because I'm going to probably play this again if it's not too long. Because I do legitimately want to try to beat these. Yeah, this is kind of cool. Again, the background decoration could also have a bit more. Because it's right now just default clouds. I do like the corner pieces being used as stars. I really like using that gimmick a lot. Especially in my, like, 2.1 levels. Oh, I don't know how to feel about that spike blending with the background, though. That's kind of concerning. I don't know how I feel about that. There also could be a little more variation. Like, I get it's a platformer, and it's a vertical one at that. So it's a tower level. But still could have a little more variation. I do think the gameplay is great, though. Besides the one, like, difficulty spike. Let me hit this. Thank you. I don't think I'm going to play this one again. Just because I'm bad at platformers. But it's pretty nice overall. I do like the background a bit. I just think it could have more detail, and the clouds could be on blending. The variation in the decoration is non-existent, really. I wish there could be more of it. Gameplay overall seems fun. There is a very big difficulty spike in the ball part. Thankfully, it's at a checkpoint. Like, it's literally the timing after a checkpoint. But even still, I feel like that's a bit of a difficulty jump. To be fair, I'm not great with needle gameplay, so I'm gonna do there's. Yeah. I don't know if that's really that big of a complaint, though, because it's one part of the gameplay. See ya, Lucy. I think I'm going to just say that, I think that works. I think that makes sense. Give my rating on that. Oh. Trying to figure out. I think. Again, I'm trying my best to not say my ratings out loud. Cool. Next level. This is the Dizzy Roach level. I was actually kind of looking forward to playing this one, because I've heard good things about this. Did this one get rated? No, I'm actually a little bit surprised. Does this even get sent yet? Dang. I'm actually a bit shocked. Alright, I'm actually low-key really excited about this. Yo, okay. This is already peak. Blocks could have a little bit more decoration, like because they're very plain right now. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about the jumping blocks in this, because it makes the gameplay a little harder to sight read. I say as I just sight read it, but like it could make it a little bit harder to sight read. I don't think it fits with the deco too much, but I don't know. Okay, this part's nice. Could definitely have a little more detail, because there's only right now the spiral background, and yeah, it drags on for another part. There could definitely be a little more decoration here. It feels definitely plain. And the gameplay is a little bit unpredictable, honestly. Yeah, this isn't... I wish... I think I'm going to play it again just to, like, show some spots. I think this first part, great. This has enough, like, decoration. Could have a little more air decoration. Could maybe have some, like, connecting blocks in the blocks themselves. But overall, this part's great. I don't like, personally, these right here. They're blurry. I don't think the shader fits them. And it kind of doesn't go with the style that the level's aiming for overall. Which, personally, I don't really like. I don't know. It's kind of cool overall. And then, yeah, this part needs either some air decoration, maybe a secondary block, because even though it's technically two different types of blocks, because there's two different colors, it definitely should have more. Like, there definitely needs to be more detail there. And same with this part. But overall, pretty nice. How do I... Just gonna do that. Sure. Yeah, no, that's not bad. I like that. Yeah, I'll give it that. Cool. That's gonna be a fun level to play. I don't have to play that for a few of them. Okay. Next level. 1, 2, 6, 9, 5, 3, 0, 6, 5. Alright. This one has 1 like. I'm actually kind of curious. Did I type in the right thing? 6953065, yeah. People are still awake, yeah. I mean, different time zones also. Okay. Let's see this level. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna practice mode this. I personally don't like these pillars that are like obstructing the gameplay. They're obstructing it in the right way, I guess. Like where it's auto, but still it's a bit annoying. God, the Cold Sweat inspired level, or the part. It feels cold sweaty. I don't know why. Oh, we're doing 9 circles now. Overall, the decoration is kind of eh. I don't really like how I don't really like how everything goes with each other. It feels a bit like too contrasting. Like I get abstract levels. I know that could work really well. But in this case, I don't think they really fit each other. It feels a bit amateurish in a way. Oh, don't tell me it's a 20% end screen. Okay. The gameplay's okay. I really liked the first part of the drop. It felt really fun. But this decoration does need a bit of work. It kind of feels like it's taking a lot of ideas from other levels, which is great, and then jamming them into each other, which can work. I will say it can work, but I do feel like it's a bit messy here, and it personally, I don't think it works. I don't think it personally works, and I really hate that this level has a 20-second end or the 20% end screen. This is what Slopes is saying about this level. I cannot wait what he says about another level. We'll see. We'll see what happens. There's a few of these that I'm actually really excited about that I think we'll get to in a bit. There's one that I see that's going to be really good that's like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. We'll get to it and you'll understand why I say I'm actually kind of looking forward to another one of these. Okay. Super Awesome by Trigun GMD. This has Stereo Madness. Okay. What am I looking at? Roser, I thought you said we weren't allowing like effortless troll levels. What is this? Can I make this gap? What am I looking at? Don't. This got played on. I just realized this got played on the like actual like submission stream. Is it just like this for the rest of this level? Okay. Oh my god, this is... Okay, I'm genuinely considering giving this a 10 just because it's funny, but it definitely doesn't deserve it. This is the level of all time. I made the gap. Oh god. I think we're done. I'm just gonna... That's all my comments gonna be. Cool. This is amazing. I think this is... The fact that that was released after others, too. What happened? Okay, okay. I can't type. Okay. Yeah, okay. Bella Despacione. Let's play this. Oh, this is an effect layout. I don't think I can really judge decoration on this since it is a layout, but okay, it's very slight. It's very minimal. I think I'm still gonna base it on gameplay here, which so far seems really nice. I feel like there could have been a lot more done with the time period, like the time frame that we had. Because it's gonna end at the drop, isn't it? Yeah, this could definitely have been extended or at least worked on more. Because this is not... This feels a bit low effort, even for like a really short time period. I like it overall. I like the gameplay. There's not really much decoration, so I can't really comment on it. But even still, I feel like there could have been a little more done, especially with the time frame. Since this is one of the earlier submissions, meaning there was probably still like 16 hours left on the clock. Again, if they're busy or need to sleep, that's what I did. It's why I couldn't finish personally. But still, there could have been a little more done. Alright, next level. Oh, and then the one I'm really excited about. You'll figure out why. I think this is I think after this level. This might be one that's rated. I don't know. Yeah, after this level, we're going to have the first rated level. And I know this off the bat. So that's going to be cool. Ooh, okay. This decoration's nice already. I really like the colors in this. Ew, I don't know how I feel about the stars being off-centered. They kind of work, but also don't at the same time. I do like the blocks fading in, though. I feel like it could be a little sharper. Like, they could be using elastic in and out, and it works better. Yeah, this is a very nice... It feels kind of early 2.1 styled in a way. But, like... and not in a bad way, in a really good way. Like, this level makes me feel slightly nostalgic. I don't know if that makes sense. Might be because I played some... I was really into, like, older modern levels, and still am. So that's kind of what my style's based off of. I don't really like the fading in at that final part. I felt like it was kind of a bit messy, if that makes sense. If it was a single color, so if it didn't use the solid blocks, it could work better. I think I'm going to play this one more time. Oh, never mind. I apparently beat it. I do like the gameplay in it. It's very simplistic, but I'm going to play it again. I do actually really like this level. I do like the gameplay. It's very simplistic, but it works with the song. It's very chill. All seems very balanced. I feel like the background could be a little less saturated or a little less opaque, because I feel like it's too contrasting with the actual background color. That shader transition also doesn't feel exactly right. Kind of feels a bit messy and doesn't fully transition, I think, the way the creator intended. I feel like there also could be a little more air deco if I had to guess, but honestly, I still like this level a good amount. Again, the fading blocks here don't work that well in my personal opinion, but yeah, it's a nice 4-star. I don't think it's personally rate worthy yet, but definitely on a good track. And overall, pretty nice. Give that a like. And probably 4 stars, if I had to guess. You're going to hate the level I made? I think you're fine. Trust me, I think you're going to be fine. Oh, I'm gonna be praising this next level. You know what, actually? Yeah, you're gonna see why I'm saying I'm going to be praising this level. Because, again, this is one of those levels that I've heard really good things about. Also, this is a crazy cool ID. 5, 6, 7, 8. I like that. Yeah. So the first rated level in this list... I am not accepting rate requests, or level requests. Yeah, I'm gonna instantly like this for reasons. Hi, goalers. Yeah, this one I'm actually really excited about. I'm gonna play this in practice mode still. I don't think I'm gonna need to. Okay, this gameplay's this decoration's already sick. I wish this is a very big nitpicky thing, because this is already by far the best level I've played. At least in terms of deco. I do wish the clouds could be moving a little bit, just so they feel a bit dynamic. But again, that's a very nitpicky thing. This gameplay does not... Okay, maybe it's because it's really good, but it does not feel 8-starry. I think Rob overrated this slightly. This feels very 6-starry. Maybe 5. Or the number before 8. Ooh! Also, the parallax in this is really sick. There could be a little more air deco, but like... This part doesn't need air deco. This part has the vibe that it's going for. I don't think there's really a need for air deco in this part, but the part before definitely should have some. Oh my god, it's Mo. It's from the other one. No, okay, this was actually really sick. Yeah, the number 448. I'm not saying it. That level was great. I don't know what to say. I like the gameplay. I feel like... Oh yeah, I beat it in practice mode. I feel like the clouds could be a little more dynamic in this first part. And there could be a little more air deco in the later parts. Because it feels a bit emptier. Why is Greg Heffley there? Why was Greg Heffley just randomly in one of the blocks? The orbs could also probably have something on them. Maybe it's just me, but I like... Yeah, like that. That was a really bad death. Like that right there. They could have like a little circle behind them just to contrast. Because I feel like that was missing in the like darker parts. Because it works really well here. So that could be probably emulated later on as well. But yeah, this is sick. Yeah, right here. The circles could be cool here. I really like the Easter eggs in this too. This definitely had a lot of time and care put into it. Okay, besides this very bright yellow part, this right here could have slightly more energy and pulse into it just to match the vibe of the song. Because like the song reputation's really good, but it could be just slightly better. I really like the spinny thing. I'm assuming that's frame by frame animated. Ending's kind of a little bit sad. I don't like the easy face ending personally, but it's still a really good level. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I like that. I'm gonna give that that rating. Cool. You know what? Next level. Alright. I kind of want to see if we get a back-to-back rated level. That's going to probably happen tomorrow because there's only 30 levels of these that are like rated so far. And I'm guessing there's going to be a bunch more. Alright. Architect. I'm actually excited for this. It's another platformer. Ooh, it's those like... Every time like you press a like button or press the jump button, they change to be like usable or not. I actually really like these types of levels. So I'm gonna do... Huh? Okay, I've lost it already. How am I supposed to get there? Oh. I'm smart. I am a genius. Just gonna wait for that. I think the decoration's a little simple, but like I really like this gameplay gimmick. It's used a lot, but screw it. I don't care. It's good. Should be used a lot. Oh, that's concerning. I think that's supposed to be how you do that. I'm actually curious to see how many stages there are in this. Yeah, this could have a little more decoration. It feels a bit plain and very one note. So at the very least, a different accent color, even if it's still blue, that isn't just these like spinny details. There could be a little more. But this gameplay is really sick. And as I've said, I'm going to be probably judging more based on gameplay in some ways, but I'm not sure anymore because like all of this gameplay so far has been pretty decent. I am so bad at Jetpack. Holy crap. That was the most shaky gameplay I've ever done. I don't know how I feel about just the generic key icon. Kind of doesn't really... It stands out in a bad way here. Personally. Could be cool if you just used the 8-bit key and basically just had that as a no touch. Just so it didn't, like, bob. Because that could definitely work, I feel. I don't know. At this point, I just want to beat this level. This is fun. I'm not in practice mode, right? Okay. Okay. Well, I also really like the sound effect. I really like the sound effects that the like on and off blocks use. And that's the entire level? I feel like that's a bit short. I feel like there could have been a few more stages. I was kind of just getting into it a lot more. Yeah, overall, I feel like there could be a bit more in these blocks. They feel a little bit empty. I like the background a good amount, but just a little more decoration stuff would go a long way, especially with like if you use like connector blocks or a second different type of block even, or even more colors. I think if you found a good color palette that fit this vibe, colors make a big impact on decoration, so it could go a really long way because of that. All right. Ooh, okay, this is another one I think that's already rated. My World by Gold Source. I love this song. Okay, this might get some extra points just because this is a good song. Decoration's pretty simplistic, but I honestly like this vibe. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's slightly more like, it's not a convention. It's not as conventional of a style as like Modern or Glow, but I feel like it's executed pretty decently in this. I feel like the ground could have like a lighter color just so it's separated more from the blocks. But it's really nice. That is a bad transition. I don't have any like sugarcoating to say that. That is just not a good transition. That is unpredictable. Yeah, here. I feel like this is too similar to this color. And it kind of doesn't separate the ground from the rest of the level that well. Which I don't really like that much. I also am not a big fan of the bushes here because they don't really fit the style that well. I don't know. I just don't really think they fit the spikes that much. But like, yeah, that first part is really nice. This decoration could use a little work, or the gameplay, sorry. Gameplay could use a little work because it's a bit annoying in ways. I feel like the transitions aren't fun. Yeah, that's on me. Am I allowed to send an ID? No. Because this is just for an event that happened... What? Yeah, it was yesterday. I'm losing my mind. So I'm just supposed to be judging all of those levels. I'm trying to look at chat and at and at the like level at the same time, and I'm failing miserably. At some point I gotta show my unfinished entry on stream. I used somehow already 400 groups, and I genuinely don't know how. Those pink orbs could be definitely spaced out slightly. Why am I nervous? I feel like that's a bad sign that I'm nervous for finishing this level. I don't like how it fades and there's still gameplay left. That kind of feels Jonathan GD in a bad way. But this level does have a lot of charm. I do actually appreciate it. Cool. All right, next level. Just gonna double check that I did. Okay. I was worried that I accidentally moved this level further down in like the spreadsheet. Which, by the way, I'm only on like... Yeah, I'm only on level 13 of 140. I'm kind of cooked. I might be cooked here. Yeah, I'm gonna practice mode this. Ooh! Okay, already off the bat, I am digging this style. This is my speed, dude. I really love these orbs! Sorry, I don't think I've had that moment where I'm like, oh my god, this is a really cool thing. These orbs are incredible. I might be biased for this level. Okay. I don't like the background in this part as much, but it needs some glow or something to make it pop out more, but... I like this style a lot. Okay. I think this thin and thick lines, the fact that they're a bit mismatched here, I feel like they contrast in a bad way. I feel like you should only stick with like, yeah, this right here. I really like this design. This works well with this. I don't think this works as well with this, if that makes sense. Like, they're essentially like two different styles of blocks, so they could work in different parts, but they don't necessarily combine together and like make sense with each other in like the same exact part. It feels a little bit too clashy in that way. But again, that's a very minor gripe. I am really digging this style. I think the gameplay fits this vibe a lot. I appreciate the don't like the player like I'm gonna really need to work on speaking. I really like how it's like disabling the player like touching just so it doesn't make like so the player doesn't make any mistakes. I do really like this level a lot. Okay, I swear, if you're ruining it with a 20-second end screen, you ruined it with like a 20% end screen. No! You have no idea how disappointing that is. I've loved this level so much more. That's so sad. I'm genuinely so disappointed. That first part was crazy good. I think this is gonna sound insane. I think I like this a lot more than the other level. I don't know why. I think this one's definitely star rate worthy. I like this. Screw it. I'm actually gonna give this a really good rating for like what it is. All right, next level, level 14. Again, I have a lot left to go. Ooh. 3 numbers. The 666. It's a Xylinox level. Darmstadt-Tium. I have good impressions because this is an Ovixa level. Okay, this is a nice style. This is very clean already. Okay, this is a really good example of how to use area move. Because it's not obstructing the gameplay, while it still gives it a really cool vibe. I really like how these spikes just bounce in place without making it harder to sight read. Because I feel like that was a problem some earlier levels had that just works perfectly here. These are some really nice colors too. I feel like this is the first level that's had these like, minus Dizzy Roach's level, that had colors that really do pop out well. I also really like how this black pulses into white. Yeah, this is nice. I feel like it's a little bit one-note-y though, just because it's the same part is dragged out for 60% already. Ooh, okay. This boss fight's kind of sick. There is a little bit of switch up, but the decoration's still somewhat the same, which I don't like that much personally. I feel like variation's always a really good thing in levels. That's a creative coin that I didn't get, unfortunately. Yeah, that was pretty dope. I wish that level kind of experimented more with different colors or different decoration, because it all feels very one-note-y. But the gameplay was great. I really like the implementation of area move to where it doesn't really obstruct the player's like sight readability. And overall, it's nice. I'd give that a star rate personally. It's pretty nice. I think I'm going to need to edit one of my ratings now. You'll figure out what that means later. Okay. Next level. I'm gonna probably do like 5 more because it's already 11 where I live. And then I'm going to do more tomorrow for sure, since I do have I have a 4-day weekend, which is really nice. Oh my god. the song in that F Jud level. Or J Fud. Is it? Wait, which? Sorry, I'm going on a tangent. What's the creator's name again? I'm kind of stupid. Screw it. I'm just gonna... F Jud. Okay, I was right the first time. Can we use Good Kid songs from now? Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? I'd prefer if you'd use the Exabolt or the all-nighter Newground stuff. Okay, this gives like... This gives kind of, Unzor vibes slightly. In a weird way. I wish there was more like air decoration or at least a different type of block just to fill out the part more, because it feels very empty right now. And I don't feel like that works with the style. I feel like there could be a little more in it. I know like modern can be a little emptier and it works with the style more because it fits cleanliness. But I feel like if it makes sense, I feel like it's a little too clean because there's not too many details. And I feel like it could just be filled out a little more because it feels a little bit pasted. Yeah, these blocks could have more detail in them as well. This is a very, very more intense part of the song than the other parts. So I feel like there could be a little more of that song representation in here. I feel like it's a little bit too mellow for like the song that it uses. So there could definitely be a little bit more like intensity of the pulses. I would like to see some pulses in these blocks, honestly. That would be really cool. Okay, this part is definitely an increase in quality. Holy crap. This part's nice. It still needs arrows, or at least a little more decoration, but... Okay. I don't know how I feel about these colors. I don't think the red works that well here. And again, needs more decoration. It feels a bit empty. But pretty nice overall. I like that. I did die somewhere. Yeah, this is pretty dope. I like that. Alright, next level. Oh, yeah. This is really close to me, personally. I don't think I would send this, but I think it's really close for me. It's barely there, in my opinion. But still overall, a clean level. I'm saying I send this even though I don't have mod. I can't do anything about it. This one has 77 likes, so that's actually a really good sign. It's actually a really good sign. Okay, I don't know if anyone will get this reference, but this singer sounds like Andrew Huang. The person who sings in, what, Grains of Sand, I think? Yeah. I think. This disco ball in the background is actually really sick, but it doesn't really work with the, like, rest of the level, honestly. Because, like, it's this very simplistic... It's this very simplistic, like, blocks contrasting with a very detailed background piece. See, like, this background works a lot better. I find this part really nice. I also really like the curviness of these, like, top parts of the blocks. That's pretty dope. I forgot to play in practice mode, so we'll see how this goes. I should not have said anything. Well, we're gonna see this part again. The disco ball is pretty cool. Also, I feel like the illusion of it spinning kind of doesn't work. Because you can see that it's only 2 frames of... You can only see that it's 2 frames. And it kind of... It very slightly doesn't work. It's still really good and really detailed, and I like it. Again, very nitpicky. I am going to be very nitpicky. This part's block designs are pretty cool. Ooh, wait, I didn't even see the, like, small little details in the background. That's kind of dope. There could be a little more, air decoration. I say that a lot. But, like, even in this, I think a little bit will go a long way. Obviously, don't make it too much to where it's very crowded, because the simplicity of, like, the style that this is going for, that works. But I think it's just slightly too simple here. Okay, these are very thin lines. I don't think they work with the very thick lines that are in the rest of the parts. So I think just making those lines slightly thicker would make the blocks fit slightly better. Although I do like the area tinting that they have. That's pretty dope. Isn't Andrew Hung that one music tutorial guy? I don't think so. He's the one that does, like, the 4 producers 1 sample. Yeah, the 4 producers 1 sample series, which I've really been getting into. It's a really good series. Yeah, overall, this is pretty nice. Cool. Used to watch his content like 5 years ago. Oh, okay, that's fair. I think he's probably done a few, so I'm assuming, yeah, then. Alright, next level. I'm gonna do like 3 more, I think, and then I'm gonna have to head out for a bit. 8, 9. Heal by Mindcat 9000. This is... I know this person. Not, like, personally, but, like... Pretty sure they're in Worst GDPS. So I'm actually kind of cool. I'm actually kind of excited to see this. Because they make some really dope levels. Ooh! I need practice mode for this. I'm not sight... Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not sight reading this in 1 attempt. This is 100% demon gameplay. This is dope! Okay, it's a simpler style, technically. But wow, everything fits perfectly in this. I don't like the glow on these saws. They kind of feel a bit too bright because of that. But like, whoa! This is not an easy demon. This is a bit difficult. Also, the straight fly seemed a bit out of place and a bit hard for the rest of the level. This is by far the hardest level so far. Oh, what is that? Oh, I didn't even see the, like, green orbs. Like, they're black and they're just falling down with the leaf. That's cool. I love this style a lot. I think the style works perfectly for this song. I don't know what to say. This gameplay is super fun. This is gonna sound insane. This might be my favorite level so far. I don't like the glow on the saws personally. I don't think, especially here, since the blocks don't have any glow on them. I don't think it works the way that the creator intends it to. I don't know how I feel about that gameplay gimmick. Probably gets consistent because this is a little learning. This is super cool. Okay. I genuinely don't know how I'm sight reading some of this. Honestly, I don't have many notes on this level. This is overall a pretty, like, it's a very simple level, so it's gonna probably get raised in my rankings. I'm gonna be putting like a benchmark grade for this for now, or a benchmark like rating for this for now, but I guarantee that my rating on this will be going higher because this gameplay is so fluid. It plays so well. Even though it's slightly difficult, this is amazing. I really love this level. Yeah, this is getting my highest rating so far. This is really nice. No notes. I mean, no notes for now. If anything, just make the glow on the saws not as apparent. But that is so nitpicky, it's stupid. Okay. Let's do 2 more levels. 5, 8, 1, 3, 8. I want to sleep. Same. Dude, okay. I will say also, this is probably an easy feature, if anything. Like, it could potentially be an epic, but I don't think it's there just because, again, the style is very simplistic. But this is a very clean level. I actually want to do a few attempts on this. Okay. That's enough. I need to move on. I'm actually curious. I want to know how, like, what's the difficulty in this? Because this seems like hard demon, honestly. I kind of struggled with it just because practice mode. I personally like doing difficult levels just through runs immediately. I don't know why, it makes it easier for me to learn. But that was like really sight-readable. To be fair, I also underrate levels a lot. But that seemed like easy hard demon. That actually seemed dope. Oh no, it's unfinished. That's unfortunate. Man, I've really gotten rusty with like playing GD. Holy. Is that a 50? I'm gonna just close this and dislike the level. I'm mad. 50% of it is an end screen. No comment. Yeah, this seems 8-starry. This is no. I did not. No, thank you. Just, I feel bad that it's unfinished, but I'm also extremely mad that it's a 50% end screen. That is some early 2.1 crap. Meant to be insane demon? Okay, that's fair. Oh yeah, I should show my stats because they're kind of funny. 0 insane demons so far. Anyways, 75 likes. This is promising. I'm guessing that means, yeah. Aichi sent it. I'm guessing someone else sent it too. Ooh! Okay. Parallax is really cool in this. feel like I've seen a few of these assets in other places, honestly. Like, these traffic cones seem oddly familiar. But, like, this is nice. This is, like, some epic-worthy, like, decoration, I swear. Although the part's kind of running on for a bit. Like, a bit. We're at 50% and we're still on the same part. Oh! Okay, we got 2 bangers within 3 levels. This is crazy. I really like how this feels kind of like Matrixy. Because it kind of looks like the like world doesn't actually exist. Kind of feels like it's simulated in a way. I really like the vibe of this so much. I think the gameplay is really sight readable. I think the transitions are crazy good. Yeah, that's cool. That is cool. I do wish that this first part didn't drag on for so much. It could have built a little more. Because it feels a bit like it's just static. Like, it's not really going anywhere. Which does work for the sudden change in the song as well. And I know this part looks really cool. But I still feel like there could be a little bit of, like, a shape of the line sort of thing here. So it could have built over time and then had this, like, impact into this part. Which I really love. This is my favorite part in the level. I feel like there also should be some pulses in this that aren't just those. Like, they should be a little bit more, like, impactful. Just to fit the song a little more. Like, the song isn't super hype, but it still has the, like... It still has impact to it. But that's great. I'm not sure if it's epic exactly, but it's for sure feature-worthy. Like, that's really nice. Gameplay is also really nice. Yeah, I'm gonna give that a good score. That. Sure. I'll go with that. I think I'm gonna do one more level today, and then I'm gonna call it a day, because that will be 20 levels, and we could probably do about 40 tomorrow, if I had to guess. Yeah, this is for sure the last level because it's a platformer. Yeah, alright. 2 minutes and 44 seconds. Cool. I swear I've seen this before. I swear I've seen this before. Have I? This looks really similar to something. I had to check. What do you do here? Oh, that makes sense. That is a hard timing. That is difficult. Okay. This is going to be a hard level. Try my best, okay? You know what? We're practice moding the first part of this level. Wait, don't I have a restart button? Yeah. That was a lot easier of a click. Okay, I see the line. I think I see the line. For reference, I have like 300 moons. I am not a good platformer player. Oh, do I have to do that? To get on that ledge? I think I have to get on that ledge. I'm losing my mind. So the goal is just to get to the first checkpoint. I think I might watch a level of this. Overall, the gameplay's tough, but like this decoration is pretty sick. And I do like this mechanic. I know double jump is used a lot, but it's still great. Yeah, like that. That's what I want. Okay, the fact that there's not a checkpoint yet is kind of concerning. What just toggled on? It toggled on like an NVIDIA thing. Someone beat this in like 3 minutes. Apparently this is 3 minutes of gameplay of this. Oh, I see the checkpoint. Okay, that's actually kind of huge. I'm trying my best. This is such sick deco though. Like, I actually really dig this. Do think the gameplay is a bit tough. I'm trying my best. No. I forgot I can double jump. Yeah, that was... I forgot I could double jump. That's sick! No, we're playing the entire level. Although I feel like what this does is kind of expecting you to master this immediately. Like all of the techniques in this, which is kind of a bit annoying. I wish it kind of introduced the things slower, even if that made the level longer. Because it could introduce the players to this over time, and just will make the mechanics a lot easier to use. Because there's not that much direction, especially when there's this much difficult gameplay surrounding it. Because it kind of requires you to have to do what I'm doing right now, which kind of defeats the purpose of using regular normal mode just with checkpoints. I find that a bit annoying with the gameplay. But again, I'm not a platformer player, so I can't really judge it based on my experiences as much. I did that. I think I'm supposed to just fall in the hole. Fall in the hole. Fall in the hole. Can DM you a video if you want. That would be great. From what I've seen, this is a little bit of a skill issue. Oh, yeah, 100%. Dude, I'm bad at platformers. And I will not shrug away from that. Don't worry about it. Like, this is a me problem. I'm just having fun. I'm gonna see if I can... I'm assuming what I have to do actually instead. The video's a... What do you mean the video's a bit outdated? Okay, that's what I need to do there. Might honestly try to beat this later. Might take a bit, but this actually seems a bit fun. To be fair, my hardest is jet lag, so like I'm kind of cooked. Oh, you could... Oh, wait, no, that's not intentional. There we go. Ooh. What was that? Oh, it gives you a second double jump. That's actually really cool. That's a great way to introduce that mechanic. If you for better readability, nice. I mean, it's not that outdated then. Oh, the checkpoint's right there. Honestly, this is really dope. I just need to get better at the game. I'm actually scared to see how many attempts this is taking. Okay. Oh! That's cool. That was a cool game mode. Like, that was a cool way to implement all the, like, mechanics. Really? That's spawning me in the middle of, like, the air. This is actually super fun. I'm just kind of skill issuing it. Okay, I gotta figure out how to do this part. Think this, boom, boom. I'm like losing. Because I can hit the wall jump multiple times here. So there is that I can use to my advantage. If I actually do play this, like, for real, I'm looking at a video of this. Because, like, that's gonna be needed. Wow, am I bad? Oh, I was close. Might nerf this part. People say it's a bit of a challenge. I think it's probably fine. Look, if I'm able to get to it and, like, do this part, I think it's fine. Okay, that's what I need to do, though. This style is really nice, though. I think the I'm happy that this is only, like, one, like, type of decoration throughout it, because it just works. There's not really a need for variation here. It just works. Wow, I really am skill issuing this. Holy. There we go. That only took like 5 million attempts. Has my level been played yet? No, you're, I think, later in the list by a bit. I'm gonna definitely get to yours like either tomorrow or the next day. Yeah, that's a dope level. Don't tell me that's... Oh god, there's more. This might be epic worthy. This is so cool. Oh my god, that's sick. Okay, this might be my highest rating yet. I really love this level. I need to hit that there. Like that. That's what I needed to do, I think. Or if I find checkpoints like that, mine hardest is a top. Okay. Yeah, no, mine is jet lag. Like, I'm definitely worse at the game. Given I beat jet lag in like 40 seconds at one point, I think. I don't know what my best time is. But like, I'm not good at platformers. Cool, checkpoint. This is so dope. There we go. This is such nice decorate. Oh, I really like these the ambient lighting here. It honestly feels kind of baked. I love it. Oh, trampolines. Or springs. This is gonna suck. Oh, how am I supposed to do this part? Oh, like that. Cool. Cool. I think the goal is just to finish a practice run of this. Because I feel like that's only fair. I love how there was me like doing a practice run of like Minecat's Insane Demon in like 2.5 minutes, contrasting with me spending what 20 minutes just on a practice run of this. This is probably like hard demon, I'd assume, right? Cool. I feel like I'm getting better at platforming just by playing this. Oh, what is that? This is right after a checkpoint. What is this part? This is an easy demon? That's crazy. Yeah, no, I'm definitely not. I am definitely not a platformer level player clearly. I'm gonna just cheat here. I think I'm getting the hang of it. There we go. Look, even if he's not joking, I wouldn't be surprised. Again, my hardest is jet lag, which I'm pretty sure should not be in Demon. Like, it is not difficult. I cannot hit this part. Just gonna do that. There we go. Yeah, this honestly could probably be 20 minutes on this. Dude, I'm bad at this. I'm really bad at platformers. Yeah, this is definitely epic worthy. Could be epi. Cool. I think, yeah, I think there's a few parts that are a little bit too unbalanced compared to the rest. But again, I'm not a platformer player, so I should not be probably saying that. I do want to try to play the start again, though. Okay, I've already gotten better at the game. I want to try to get to the first checkpoint at least. Kind of repetitive. I disagree. I think there's a subtle change towards the second half that's good enough. And since it's a platformer, I don't think as much variation is necessary because, again, the vibe works great. I really love this design. Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to get better before I even attempt to beat this. But yeah, this is... Sorry, I accidentally clicked that. This is really dope. I really like this. I really love this decoration a lot. I'm not typically the biggest fan of pixel style levels, but this is an exception. This is really nice. Yeah, good level overall. I think I'm going to call it a night. I have to go and sleep, and then I'll do more of this later.